Cheep, cheep, talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk.
Cheap, cheap bitches. Hey, your favorite duo is back. I know, we are missing our third again. Gosh. But,
When will that show be over?
yes, it opens Friday,
It
right?
does,
Yeah.
yes.
So, End of the World Cabaret,
Yes.
right? With Upstream Theater.
Upstream Theater.
So, go support Joe.
yeah,
Yes.
he'll be
And
there for
Upstream.
2 weeks, I believe.
Okay, yes. So that's what he's been working on between that and Easter. Yes, but we wish them all
The
best
of
wishes,
luck.
break legs, all the above for their production that's coming up. So this is going to be a quick one,
Yeah.
for us because it's just been a busy. It's already only Tuesday, and it's been a busy week, but we couldn't leave you empty-handed. So I was thinking of some topics that we could talk about, and I was brainstorming some ideas, and I remembered this show that aired on Disney Plus, and it was called Encore. And I asked Nick if he had ever seen it.
And I have not.
No, but
I'm shocked.
And the sad thing is, you can't see it anymore. It came off Disney Plus in 2023. Apparently, they took it down. And so you can't watch it. I think there are little clips of things on YouTube if you go, but I can't find full episodes. You know how Disney is. They lock that stuff in the vault,
It's
right?
back in the vault.
So it's hard to find. But it was 2019 that the series aired. And I remember being like, I want to check this out. It was hosted by Kristen Bell. And the premise was they went back they asked people to write in. And they were wanting adults to go back and perform their high school musical that they did in high school. And apparently they had tons of submissions, things like that. Well, we got 12 episodes that aired during the thing. So they did this 12 times. They went to 12 different high schools. And what they did was they had people come back together and do their show again. And most of them were actually in the space that they performed them the first time. And so all the ages ranged. Like there are some productions, there was, they restaged an Annie that was originally done in 1996. A Beauty and the Beast from 2027. The Sound of Music from 1992. Grease from 1990. An Annie Get Your Gun from 1998, an Oklahoma from 1991, Pippin from 1984. So some of these people went back. I think the longest one was an production of Anything Goes that was originally done in 1975. So the premise was they reunited cast members. They really only chose like 10. I guess I got 10 adults to participate because I think they did the whole thing in a week. So like you had to have all your days free and for rehearsals, for things, and to get it all ready to go. But they brought in Broadway directors to actually direct them and music directors, and then they brought in Broadway performers to be like the ensemble, to play a bunch of other roles and do ensemble with them. So not only were the 10 people performing with their former high school classmates, but they got to work with some professionals too. So it was cool. But the whole dynamics of it was these people coming back together after years and doing something together, reconnecting. A lot of them had never done theater again after high school and were coming back as a middle-aged mom or dad, and they're like, what am I doing, here? High school crushes, some of them had little showmances and meeting up again after that. And then there were, of course, some people who were rivals, for parts and things, so coming back together with that as adults and just, hashing out the old drama or just reconnecting or making it and just having another cool experience together on stage. So I loved it. I know I watched it a bunch of times during COVID too. It was my go-to, I can't be doing theater right now, so I need to watch this, about these people coming back and loving it. And it was awesome. So
that sounds way more fun than just a stupid 10-year reunion or 20-year reunion.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it right there.
So it was awesome. So what I am asking Nick, and I thought about this myself, is if you had to go back to CBC and
Ooh,
do one of the musicals that you did,
okay.
what would you do and
Right.
why?
Well, that's a tough one. I was a late bloomer. I didn't get into theater until my junior year. So
Okay.
I did miss out on some really good shows that CBC had put on. So if we're going solely on shows I was in, I'll tell you what it definitely would not be is 1776. That one could be put back in the vault for all I care.
Yes, I know your feelings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
But
that
that's fine.
show's
Yeah.
history. I think I would have to say it was my senior year musical. We were the very first high school in the state of Missouri to perform High School Musical, the musical. And it was such a great cast. So shout out to the Siri players and class of 07. It was such a fun time. And it, like, our lead, who was Troy Bolton, he actually was a jock who never did theater before ever.
Oh,
So he
okay.
was just this nobody who came in and
Yeah.
stole the lead, and it was fantastic. We had some great actors in there
I was
from
gonna say you have had some future
Yes,
professionals
we
in there right on stage
did.
with you. Name drop.
Oh
Yeah, name drop.
God. Oh, let's see. We had Alexis.
Yes, Alexis Kinney. Yes,
Um,
she was Gabriella.
yes.
Okay.
We had Julie Kavanaugh.
Oh,
She's another one. That's
Okay.
one. Yeah.
she was Sharpay.
She was Sharpay.
Cool.
Yeah. Those are the two,
All the talented.
the two
yeah.
big ones.
Yeah.
But
Did Stefan do theater for a while? Was he in yours?
yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't in my year though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
All right.
I'm only going with the seniors.
With your seniors that year. Okay. Well, that's cool. I remember I couldn't get tickets to it. It sold out super fast.
It did. They had
'Cause-
to.
Yeah.
We did a third weekend and had double shows on Saturdays.
Okay.
It was crazy.
Yeah. No. But yeah, that's very, very cool. And to do that would be fun.
It was a blast.
Yeah. It's a reconnect. Yes. Okay. Well, cool.
Okay, your turn now. Putting you in the hot seat.
All right. If I have to go by my shows from SLU High, I would. Oh, this is tough. It would either be my first or my last there. But my first I've done a lot of times. And actually my last I've done a couple times too. But that's all right. I think I would go with Damn Yankees. Because that would have been in 1997. So where that cast is older. But we were the first musical in our new theater that we built, the SLU Theater. I think now it's called the Joseph Schulte Theater, named after our theater teacher. But it had just opened my senior year, and so we were the first musical in there, I believe, or at least the first big musical in that theater and in that space. So it was cool. We had stuff we never had before in the old auditorium, flies, all cool stuff. So like the tech for the show was really neat. And again, it just had a talented cast. I'll name drop Gretchen Bieber, who has gone on and done shows on Broadway, and she was Sharpay at the Muni when they did it here a long time ago and stuff. She was our Lola, so she was terrific. A lot of talented people in that show. And it was my senior year. It was just a lot of fun. So I think that's the one I would choose. I would say, other than my good friend Matt Daly, shout out to you. I don't really keep up with a lot of people that were in that show, so other than Facebook, so it'd be fun to take another stab at it. I'm going to cheat a little bit, okay? So that would be SLU 1997. Same year, but it was at Koryezu Academy. And well, same school year. It was fall of '96. All right, that I was in Hello Dolly there, and that's one of Joe and my favorite shows. And we had a really good cast too. Some people that we still definitely keep in touch with, who we were friends with, Laura. Laura Hoff. She was Minnie Fay, and they're a good friend of ours.
Shout out to Laura.
Yes, shout out to her. Heather Wessels was our Irene Malloy. We
Yay,
had
Heather.
Joe as Cornelius. We had two guys I went to SLU with, Steve Capel and PJ Haglin were also in the show, and Sarah Bolt, who went on to Broadway fame too, was in that show. She was Dolly as a sophomore, I believe. So, but she rocked, and so just all fun people. I think that would be a fun one to do, and what I think we could do, because a lot of them are local, or we could get a hold of them. And so, hey, if you guys are listening, we could do a backyard show, someday or something. It'd be fun to just hang and sing through those songs. So those are mine. So SLU High, Damn Yankees from '97, Koryezu, Hello Dolly from '96, and what year was yours?
07.
2007, CBC, High School Musical.
Yes.
So, what we want you guys to do is...
It's your turn. We want to hear from you. We want to hear you shout out what would be your favorite show you did in high school, what high school it was, and what year it was.
Because, put the feelers out there. Get those people back involved. It's never too late to come back to the stage, Some of us I know have never left, but, doing things like community theater or other stuff, but some haven't probably done anything since high school, and it would be cool to connect, and like you said, a fun type of reunion.
Exactly.
With the people that, you kind of hung with, during high school, or at least spent a good deal of time with during that. So yeah, drop in the comments on the Facebook page what your show would be, and also, if you watched Encore, what did you think of it? So let us know about that.
Yes.
So again, like we said, this was a quick week for us, but we will...
Give you one guess. Next Tuesday. I'll see you next Tuesday. You're only a week away. Next Tuesday. I'll see you next Tuesday. You're only a week away.